Just when are we gonna be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helavis are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep, standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way, wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah, the official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
Heading out.
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eyfried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eyfried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Eyfried stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Eyfried and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends. Don't blame me.
Man, I heard that the merchants in Port Renede are making a killing now that the sea gate is shut tight.
No. Nothing compared to a merchant like you.
There are people profiting from this?
What are you talking about? Anyone who wants to head to Northgan has to sail around Westgan now. And those ships need to put into Port Renede for supplies.
That is true. Still, it's only until Vortigern is repaired.
Your friends in Renede wouldn't happen to be paying off the Abbey to delay repairs, would they?
You think that'd work on the Abbey? They're not as lax as the church was.
So that's it. You're in cahoots with the church.
Hey, relax. I'm just saying, there's a lot of nasty rumors circulating about those priests.
So not everyone's been hurt by Vortigern's closure. Interesting.
There's a front and back to every coin.
Except your coin only ever turns up tails. Shall we be off, my morbid menagerie?
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up? Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all. Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Here we are, back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act? Coo, coo!
I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
What it means. I will try my best to explain everything. So do remember this video could get lengthy, so
Me? Are you sure?
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while. Are we ready for this?
Size of that axe.
Watch yourselves! This guy means business!
I know. Training isn't worthwhile.
No mercy! Wounds that will shoot! Crash through! You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Whew. That thing was pretty strong.
You just wanted something good to train on.
I'm not in it just for myself. If I get stronger, I'll be more helpful in your battles. This counts towards the repayment of my debt.
But you don't deny at least part of it was for yourself.
Of course not. Every true swordsman wants to train so they can improve themselves.
It might be a little late to ask, But what debt exactly are you repaying, Rokuro?
My sword is my life. When I was separated from it, Velvet told me where to find it. Also, she broke me free from a 500-year-long prison sentence.
You say that like it's an afterthought.
And that's why I can't fully trust you.
I don't follow. Us Rangetsu men are renowned for our sense of duty and commitment.
Actually, now that you mention it, Rangetsu's a pretty unusual last name.
I heard your family specializes in unconventional swords and fighting styles.
That's true. Our ancestor was a swordsman from way off in another country who came to this land a long time ago.
A foreign swordsman, huh? I guess that explains why your swords and techniques stand out so much.
He had quite a hard time getting by in this unusual land, until he was taken in by an aristocratic family. Ever since, the Rangetsu clan has accepted the rule of their benefactors and has served them in repayment of their debt.
Serve them as bodyguards?
Bodyguards, assassins, spies, body doubles.
Whatever the order, your family will carry it through.
Always return that which you've borrowed, even if you must repay it with your life. That was our ancestors' creed. In truth, 4 of my 5 older brothers are dead. You have to admit, we take our sense of duty seriously.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. You and your family are all tied to your sense of honor.
That seems to be the case. We can count on him. As long as he's on our side, at least.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
This recipe looks real tasty.
Scout ship settings.
Let us be going.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Halaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive!
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Today
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best! Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu? Surely you mean Mogilu! Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Modulu, not Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Mogilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Modulu!
You did great today, Modulu. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu was working hard to carry on his dream.
So, you're Modulu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes, that's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say. A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have. That's why I think it's high time for Mogilu's Menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo. Comedy? Where'd you get that idea? You heard me propose a challenge to little Modulu, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Modulu, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Majalu's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilu's menagerie, after all.
I'm not so sure about this.
Whenever I hear Magilu's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica.
Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magilu. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
When will the High Priest return to us?
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true. Hey, shh! They'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already. I'm not waiting.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Helavis is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
You look like you could use some.
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
It would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
The prison island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout, actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
They're taking a while.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Laphicet and bring him to the Logres Abbey headquarters.
What's wrong?
Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights.
But,
You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laphicet. Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know, but his hawks seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar. It can't be.
What are you two sniffing at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners. I can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
Caught this morning! A deal like this won't last forever. Get your seafood here, straight from the heart.
Take a look at this. Show him how. I'll finish this quick.
This is the Rangetsu style!
So that's the Rangetsu style?
No.
So then here to here is the Rangetsu style?
Just what do you think my style is?
Could you fit my comedy act into tonight's show? I'm still breaking in my new partner, but I can carry the act. I'd appreciate you squeezing us in.
For you, Maggie dear, I'll do it as a personal favor, but you get 200 flat. No expenses, no per diem.
Oh, come on, don't be so stingy.
It gets worse. Our headliner is doubling up after, and the opener flubbed their lines and lost us minutes.
Playing deuce for a cold house? Well, all right, them's the breaks.
What the hell are you even saying?
I'm saying we're going on, and you're my straight man.
What? You're serious?
I'll take care of the actual funny bits. Just act like you always do and we'll be fine. Bonus points if you toss the men in the audience a glare of contempt every now and then. Just trust me.
Oh, hold on. This is all happening so fast. I'm not sure I'm ready for...
You'd better get ready, because the curtain's going up. Hi there! We're Moggy and Val, your lovely comedians for today! Magicazam! We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. Now, I'm Moggy, the bright, beaming one in the pair, while my moody little partner here is... Hey, what's wrong, Val? Everything okay? You need to put some energy into this, or we're in trouble. Come on! If you've got one redeeming feature, it's your moxie.
That might be, but this is different.
I can see you're going through something right now. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Excuse us for just one moment. Velvet, what are you doing? We're losing the audience!
I can't help it. I've never talked in front of such a big crowd before.
Wait, don't tell me you've got stage fright?
So what if I do?
That's so unlike you. Just pretend that you're fighting some nasty exorcist and give it some gusto.
Easy for you to say. I'm embarrassed out here.
Don't be such a girl!
I am a girl.
That's it! Just do that, but project your voice!
I can't, and I don't want to.
You're a comedian, you have to! Where's your passion for your newfound art?
I'm not one, and I've never had any.
No, I can see it within you, deep down, the burning passion of a true artist at heart!
I've had enough! I can't do this with you!
Sorry, folks, show's over.
Well, you've certainly shown me something new. A comedy team that just stands on stage whispering to each other.
We're going for a brand new comedic style. So, what did you think?
Don't quit your day job.
That's what I thought.
Ah, now she plays the straight man.
This is bullcrap. You're gouging us just because you can.
Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous, hmm?
Looks like they're at it again.
Huh? What's happening?
Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
Huh? I was haggling for supplies, and...
Tell you what, I'll give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need. We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common good of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton profit.
What? Are you sure?
No. Wait. What was I saying?
You felt that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
It's called a domain. A Moloch zone of influence.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
The Empyrean's throne?
Did that happen because of something Innominat and Artorias did?
I don't know.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should get far away from here, and quickly.
So, the suppression.
Well, that was certainly off-putting. But our job with Tabitha comes first. And we need a hideout soon, too. Alright, we're safely on the rolling waves. Don't you think it's time you showed us your face, Mystery Monk?
You're right. My apologies.
I knew it! Prince Percival!
Percival Ilmid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
So he's next in line, is he?
It looks like someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may wear it. But if I may ask, why?
Must I explain myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's not like I can ever go back.
For a fellow born with silver spoons spewing out of his mouth, Princie Pooh's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and...
Look, I played dumb earlier, but I smelled that scent too. He wore it for us to notice. He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Not if the ones we face are after his life too.
For now, let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
The prince. He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
The whole island's a prison. It's like a secret fort or something.
Weirdly quiet, though.
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
Let's scope out the inside.